Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to Gav Goes In. Boy, what a night yesterday of Champions League football. I think you have to say, man, over the last 2 days, I mean, has order been restored in terms of the elite teams? I mean, you look at all of the English teams struggling. Obviously Barcelona picking up a last-minute equaliser, Lamine Yamal penalty. You look at Liverpool getting beat by Galatasaray away. I mean, you'd probably expect Liverpool, to probably edge the game at home. But again, it's not going to be easy because the way they're playing is poor. You look at Chelsea yesterday getting beat 3-2 by PSG. A couple of mistakes again. Keepers making mistakes now, man. It's become a regular occurrence, man. You know what I mean? It's happening all the time. Man City getting absolutely smoked by Real Madrid. Federico Valverde hat-trick. Probably, one of the best hat-tricks you're going to see for a long while, man, because all 3 goals were class. His left foot finish was very good for his second, but the standout one was the one where he dinked it over Mark Guehi's head and then finished it in the bottom corner. But even the first goal was good. The first touch, rounding Donnarumma and then putting it into an empty net. And then obviously Arsenal drawing 1-1 with Bayer Leverkusen yesterday. And again, I did say, a lot of Arsenal fans were saying that they're going to wipe the floor with Bayer Leverkusen. And I said, when it comes to Champions League football, man, like, it's a different competition. Like, these teams show up, you know what I mean? And again, the penalty that was given, I mean, was poor, you know what I mean? I mean, it was poor from Tillman to even give the referee something to think about, because he should never have made a challenge anyway, because Madueke wasn't going anywhere. But to give a penalty for that is poor as well, to be fair. I think there was like minimal touch, if anything. If anything, you could say that Madueke kind of left his foot there, you know what I mean, to try and initiate contact. But to give a penalty for that, yeah, it is poor. But again, Arsenal have got it all to do at home. And guys, as I said, we said during the week, the thing with Arsenal are going to have to go full strength in their next, they went full strength yesterday. The next 3 games, for sure, they're going to go full strength against Everton in the league, against Bayer Leverkusen in the return fixture. And then obviously they got Man City in the Carabao Cup. So they're going to have to go full strength from now on, really. And this is where it's going to take its toll, because there's certain players there. Again, I didn't see the full game, but there's certain players there that you can tell that are running on empty. Declan Rice, Jurrien Timber, and they've got players that are either not good enough or out of form. So, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But as I said, man, there was some, I think, you look at it as well, Atletico Madrid destroying Tottenham. And again, that tie is well and truly over. I think you can never say never. You never know what happens in football. But there's certain ties where you're just going to say, yeah, them teams are out. And I look at Man City, I look at Tottenham, and I think, if we're being honest, you might as well just rule them out for the next round. I think you can never rule out Man City, really, but to go up against Real Madrid, at home, and try and score 4 goals to go through, and without conceding, yeah, it's not really going to happen for me, because they've got too many other things to focus on. And to be honest with you, it's been a bit of an up and down season for Man City. So I think they're going to be focusing all their efforts on the Premier League, knowing that the Champions League really is out of their grasp. So yeah, listen, man, it's going to be interesting. But as I said, a lot of the English teams, I don't think there was one winner from the English teams in this first leg. And obviously we're often told that the Premier League is the best league in the world. I think you clearly saw over the last 2 days why that isn't the case. You know what I mean? And myself and a lot of others have been saying that this Premier League is poor. You know what I mean? And I think you clearly saw that over the last 2 days in the Champions League. So yeah, man, I think the English teams, yeah, they're struggling right now, man. And I'm not sure what that means for the extra European place. I'm not sure if 5th place will still be on for Champions League football from the Premier League. But yeah, man, it's not been good. And again, you look at Real Madrid, guys, yeah? Real Madrid just showing you why, you know, when it comes to the Champions League, man, they're a team that you just cannot write off, because everyone knows that with Real Madrid, you know, they're a team that, you know, they always show up in this competition, you know, record holders as well. And the way they beat Man City yesterday without having, you would say, no Mbappe. Obviously Bellingham wasn't playing as well, you know, no Carvajal. Who else was missing? Rodrigo's out for the season, so they were missing definite starters there. And the way that they just, you know, put Man City to the side, man, you know, I think really that says a lot about Man City, you know, coming up against a team that's got key injuries and they just get swept apart like that, you know what I mean? And again, what happens next season with Man City? Does Pep stay on and want to have one more crack at the Champions League, or is this his last season? Because the way they got beat yesterday, you know, was poor. And what I would say as well, from what I see that Man City game, yeah, you see Anton Semenyo, to be fair, was a good signing for Man City in January for the Premier League, yeah. But I know it was his Premier League debut. I mean, his Champions League debut against Real Madrid, and what a game to make it in, yeah. But from what I saw, yeah, and again, I didn't see the full game, but you can clearly see that he's out of his depth when it comes to that competition. Yeah, and that's nothing on Anton Semenyo, but there's just levels to football, you know what I mean? And the fact that, you know, like he actually came off as well, and from what I see, he was just nowhere in the game, you know, heavy touch, etc. Just shows you, man, innit? There's levels in football. And, you know, it was surprising to see him lining up for Man City in the Champions League, really. But yeah, it's what it is, man. But yeah, as I said, all the English teams are struggling in this first leg. Obviously, second leg's next week. Let's see what they can do. But I'm definitely saying that I reckon there's 5 teams left. I reckon at least 3 go out. I believe. You know, I think if they're lucky, maybe 1 goes through, maybe none. You know, and obviously there's crucial Premier League games coming up.